minimum wage, no career progression, and repeated empty promises of pay rises to come. If you were in that position, what would motivate you to do more than anything, more than the bare minimum requirement? Again, another KTA has come up with a fantastic thing, which is empathy. And there's this element of ownership there. And actually, the ownership that I think should be within businesses is a collective ownership of where we're going. Has he gone to these employees and asked, what can we do better? How can we make more money? What is it that we're trying to do? How can I get you involved? Or does he see himself as a lord or a baron or a king that kind of says, this is the way that the business is going to do, and this is the way it's going to go down? And when I've gone into businesses, the majority of business owners who have that complete lack of empathy and understanding, from my perspective, have been on the male side. There needs to be an element of sympathy and empathy and understanding. Here, are you having regular appraisals and giving them targets and performance feedback? That's another great question. Are we just letting that? It feels to me at this very top here that they want to do the bare minimum and even less, constantly dragging out tasks and constantly trying to do as little as possible. There's so much wrong with that sentence. There's so much wrong that says, well, they're doing, firstly, you know that they're doing the bare minimum, and you seem to be doing nothing about it up until now. There's been limited discussion as to how we can grow it forward. And the way that I always like to do it, so when I go into a business, whether it's struggling or not, I always like to do the following things. An owner will come to me as a business change and growth consultant and say, we've got issues. I either know what they are or I don't know what they are, but growth is too quick or too slow. And so we need to come up with a way to better manage the company. Can you help? My standard practice is to initiate a conversation with the ownership. So that's, there might be multiple directors, there might be a board. Have a 1 or 2 hour discussion with them to get the lay of the land, to see how they understand their business, what they do understand, what they don't understand, what are their questions, their concerns, their worries. And then immediately I say, okay, I'm going to go and speak to everybody else now. I don't start at the next layer down. What I do is I go straight to the bottom. I talk to the apprentices, I talk to the assistants, I talk to, the part-time staff, the people at the lowest parts of the organizational structure. And I ask them about their job. What is it they do? Who is their manager? Do they have multiple managers? Why are they here? What do they want? Do they want to progress? Are they very happy? You get an absolute wide range of responses. Everything from, I've been in some terrible jobs, but I love this one. I like the fact that I'm in charge of a particular thing and I do that, whether it be cleaning or warehousing or admin or finance or whatever. I'm really happy here. I do a good job, but I'm not interested in growing. You have some people who've come in and said, no, in 3 years, I want to be a manager and this is why. And what you do then is, rather than going straight to the top and working your way down, you start to see how the business outputs actually work. And you ask questions like, are you happy in your job? What could be done to make your job better? Is there anything that we could solve? And what you're doing is you're generating the problems, but you're also generating the solutions.